Naveen ji,
Yeah.
couple of questions, one more.
Please.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
All right, then I think the people who are watching, they are also waiting. So let's
Yeah.
go ahead. See, you have intense experience as a yoga trainer, right? So I'm sure that you would have had lot of difficulties with different types of people that are coming in, people with health issues, people with like some mental issues or something, who are seeking peace and everything, right? Every moment of that would have taught you something, would have also progressed you internally to become better every day, right? So
Yes.
can you talk on that?
Yes, this is, I think I can go on. Yeah, because when we teach, we learn a lot.
Yeah.
So, yoga teaching is not a kind of a work that we do in a regular business or an office. This is more of a passionate, rather a service duty. When you are talking to someone, when you want to help someone, we really have to be more energized, and we really have to be at a very level where we are accommodating men. So on that aspect, I think first and foremost learning for me is, as a yoga teacher, when someone come to you, they come with a great hope. We should never contribute. If we don't do good and improvise them, that's fine, but we should never contribute in a way that they lose that hope and they never turn back to yoga practice again. That's the greatest learning for me, and I definitely implement it in each and every of my talk to everyone. Second is, yes, there are different level of people in the world. So someone may be very high, someone may be very low, moderated, and all that. Bringing all of them into one page or one path or one place is a lot of skill. And it's like you are pulling the cart and people are sitting, you're pulling the cart. So it needs a lot of strength inside, and I thank the divine and I thank my Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankarji for this great inspiration. So we have been able to today bring 400, 500 people onto the practice every day, waking them morning, come on, get up guys, 5:30 is your first class and all. So that is the second one. In the teaching, there has been a lot of improvement. So since the days I started my teaching of yoga, so it was just, it just happened because, like, I don't know why, but then I was getting attracted toward teaching. And many of my teachers, like, they were appreciating, like, when you took these asanas, it was really different the way people are taking it. I think you should be a yoga teacher. This seed was started when I was in Malaysia. So there are my two happiness teachers. I should definitely mention their name, Aditi ji and Mahesh ji. So I used to go take the Padma Sadhana for the Art of Living participants, and they used to give me a good feedback. And in a way, they really encouraged me to have this seed that, okay, you need to be a yoga teacher. I think that's where it all started. And timing is very important. So your students may come late, but if you think that, okay, TK, chalo, students are coming late, I will also now wait for them to come, it is never going to happen. It's like, which one came first, egg or a chicken, we can't say. Like, you as a teacher have to be there, despite whether your students are coming on time or not. I think this is my, third greatest learning. And be empathetic and be supportive. You are really looked at a very high, realm of energy by everyone around you, and we really need to carry that forward. Yeah,
That's great to hear, Naveen ji.
and high expectations too, because each one of us want things to happen just like this. But yoga is not magic. Yoga is all about sadhana. Like the day we were talking, it's all about practice, sadhana, improvising. So in that way, we may not be able to give them immediately something like this, but if we can convince them, yes, I think this is what you should put into practice, and it is working for many. And I'm sure today world is celebrating yoga. So yeah.
That's really true, that today the world is like celebrating yoga, and I'm sure that we, like the younger generation like us, I think should just bring it on to next level as well by imbibing these practices. So Naveen ji, I think this is just one question, maybe it's not controversial, but I think, like, let's just put it out for the people, that today every bit of a thing is seen from a business point of view, marketing point of view, right? So even like be it yoga or be it any talent that you have as an individual, I think it's usually taught that okay, don't do it for free. You have to have some kind of value tied to it, and especially a money related value tied to it or something. But beyond all of these things, I think in most of our yogic conversations, we understand that it's not all about like materialistic things, because not everything comes with the materials, right? But you as a trainer, out of all these years and being in this digital world and this marketing world, how do you instill that trust and that hope, like you mentioned earlier, in the people that, okay, this is beyond that. This is not about marketing. This is for your well-being that we are ready to invest.
Yes. So we as human being, you know what happens? The self-care is the least priority. Yeah. See, the work that we do is for someone else, right? We thrive for the family. We give the best to our children. We want to give the best to our partner. We want to give the best to our parents. But in the rush, the self is not taken care, right? And like you mentioned, it is not about making it as a business, but otherwise, you know, there are some karmic effects that we need to a little understand about, right? You know, when the energies are exchanged, they have to be exchanged with a commitment. So the moment, there are many free programs that we do as well, but then the commitment level is different, right? And when it is being committed, hooking them to certain, you know, responsibility, one is that we are taking them out of their karmic effect that they are going through. Second is that amount that they contribute will be utilized for a greater cause, right? See, for example, digital world you talked about, and this is very funny thing that I would mention it in my class, and I think I talk about as well, that I have seen a very great advertisement in a wine shop, right? So when they can be advertised, why not this? So
true. Very true, actually. Yeah, when bad things like that can be advertised to a very simple level, so I think good things like this should just boom even more.
Exactly. So this was during the first COVID time in 2020. The COVID phase was over, lockdown was over. So then the entire society was opened with certain restrictions. So I and my wife were going for buying something. She was sitting next to next to me. And then we were coming back from Chandanagar to home. So then I saw a very long line. During that time, the vaccination was coming, right? You know, slowly people started taking vaccination. True. Government was promoting that everyone should take vaccination and protect yourself. Then when I saw the line, like, you know, it was parallelly going along, like people were standing, my car was going along the line. And I was so happy inside. I was telling my wife, see, a lot of people are coming for vaccination. I think we should also look for time and stand in this queue tomorrow. But eventually happened that by the time I came to the first lane, the beginning of the lane, it happened to be a wine shop. So now, tell me, should we not change this human mind? Now, so disciplined, because somebody put up a board, without a mask you're not allowed. So I wear a mask. And if you are like little bit here and there, someone might push you out. So be disciplined, stand in the line. If there is a white line, I make sure that I stand. Should not this come into the yoga practice? Should we not change them to this path? I think for that it takes, because you have to teach the way people understand it, right? And modern world is looking for all this, so we have to go in the same path. Where in the past, if you look at, it's all word of mouth, it's all respect, it's all that you go to the guru and please teach me something. You would have got it some 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, maybe at the end of your days, you would have got, okay, this is the technique for you, this is a mantra, please chant. So Guru used to test, you know, sadhaks a lot. But today the times have changed and we are living in a Kali Yuga, so obviously we have to practice the techniques that are working. So the whole idea is to change the human mind from that to this. Bring the awareness, bring the inspiration for a better living, better planet Earth tomorrow.
That's a very good point, Naveenji, that you made. I think it's more a question that we all should ask ourselves, that are we really investing our time in good things, or are we just, like Naveenji said, just ready to be very disciplined on the wrong path, like the wine shop story, because I didn't expect that twist at the end. That was really hilarious. So yeah, I think that's all about that.
Yeah.